what you call injured, and it starts to swell. And of course, the body comes for this aid, and more fluid comes on the body and on the brain. So it is important that the brain does not swell. If it gets into another accident, before it can heal itself, it will swell, and it cannot come through the skull. The skull is like a helmet. So he is supposed to tell the doctors, and the doctors are the bad guys because they say, sit down. But the doctors are not going to let him play with the concussion. Hines has been out in the field, and he needs to know when he is hurt to sit down also, because we need him as the receiver, and we need Ben as the one who sends the gift to him. They both are needed, and both are at a point in their life they get millions of dollars to get out there and make the game win. But we don't want them to not be able to play the game and sit down and retire and enjoy like most people have done, like Terry Bradshaw. So I say to Hines, thank you for what you said, because you were honest. And he said that, and it'll help other people to say, yes, I've had concussions too, and I played. Do not play. Always there is another game.
Well, with that, I want to make and do not go anywhere yet, Nora. One quick observation. I like the Steelers. I want them to win the Super Bowl every year. Who wouldn't if you like them? But I do not want Ben Roethlisberger, Hines Ward, or any player from any team around the globe to essentially get injured and or die for what in reality is a game. And I, too, part of me was like, I wish Ben could be in there. But his life matters, America, Pittsburgh. So I'm glad he didn't play if he's injured. Wait until the man's healthy. And I will say this. If the choice between getting these millions of dollars and if the doctor were to say to him, if you ever play again, you can risk your life. If I'm Ben Roethlisberger and the doctor says it's either football or my life, I'm picking my life. I would go to the front office tomorrow. If I were Ben, I would go to the front office tomorrow and say, how much of my contract money do I need to give back to you? Because you know what? Hines Ward's life is important to me. The games, I want him to win. Yes, their life matters to me, and that's priority one. That goes for any sport. Let's think about life before we think about a championship. We become a champion when we are concerned about their life. That's my thoughts.
I wanted to say one more.
Go for it.
Lynn Swann had concussions, and one of the games was actually put on his head, and he retired at a very young age. Unless he would have been so far ahead, people could not break his records. And Mr. Rooney stayed with him, and you see all the things that he's able to do on the TV even today as a announcer. And I thank Lynn for making that, and I want them to look at Lynn and see how his career still went on, and he still is part of our Pittsburgh love of our lives.
All
and
right.
Thank you for letting me to say that, and thank you for the wonderful question.
Well, I have one final question, and even though we only have about 12 minutes, I'm going to have to do some things real quick. But before we do, Nora, I just had you look at the tape rule if you're able to watch it. You just saw the video I did on our heroes and the gentleman who died in 1944. How do you feel about that video? Do you think it's significant, or is it just me being wishy-washy?
Well, I was full watching it because I have been to the cemetery with you at Uniondale Cemetery with the
Civil War heroes.
Yes, and we did them, and we cried there, and
Yeah.
I'm swelled up because I know that Pennsylvania is one of the largest, what you call fighters in all the wars. We have always came out and gave. And so if we don't see the past and see what happens, I cannot say what's going to happen with the 30,000 if they'll make a difference. But I know where there is tyranny, where there is drugs that are being brought in our country, we must stop it. And we hope that the president, along with the Senate and the House, make the right decision, because these young people, it's in their hands. And we old people are sitting down watching them do what we should have done many years ago to stop this when the first Gulf War. But we're here now, and let us end it. And I just thank you again for the question. Thank you. I hope it's
All
a
right.
little bit answered.
Well, it looks like we have another call, Nora, so I'll talk to you in real life. We're going to go to this call, and then we don't have a whole lot of time, caller, and I apologize for that, but go for it, caller number, I guess that's number 4, isn't it?
Okay.
Number 3, go for it.
This is your sister Diane.
All right, lower the TV, Diane.
I liked the first video, but I thought it was very funny. Well, how long did it take you guys to do this video?
That's a question for Kathy Payer, actually.
I have no idea how long it took.
Oh, you're the producers on
Well,
that.
I have no idea.
It took a while. It took
About 3 minutes.
We actually filmed it in 2 days, 2 separate days. And, but I hope that even though it was a funny video, I hope that people got across what we were saying. Because it is very important that we do get this health care bill. It's very important we take care of our veterans.
So I can write them down again.
What? I didn't hear you. What?
Put the numbers back up so I can write them down again.
Well, I can't put them up because I don't have a way to do that.
Repeat them
But
again so I can write them down.
I will repeat it before I go, but I do need to go move on. So
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all yous, okay?
Same to you.
all right, Sister Diane, I'll talk to you at 1 a.m.
All right, put the numbers up, please.
All right, move forward. All right, we're going to move forward. All right, real quickly, we don't have the whole 3 minutes, but instead of Annette reading that, I'm going to just give you the gist. I said that I'm not happy with the commanders in the Marines, and that's saying something, being that of all the military branches, the Marines is actually the favorite one, my favorite one. But this story that Annette, if we have a couple minutes, we'll read, or we'll read it next month. It tells us of Marines, male Marines, that's right, men, who now have breast cancer. Male Marines have breast cancer, and the United States Marine Corps is denying them health care, and they're not even getting health care from the Veterans Administration, hospitals, or the VA at all. That's right, our Marines who have breast cancer, who are men, are not getting any kind of treatment. Now, why? That's because the United States Marine Corps said, we can't prove there's a link to the breast cancer that you got. Now, apparently it has something to do with water that was contaminated when they were in service. But the Marines said, well, we can't prove that you got this breast cancer from drinking this contaminated water. Well, I have a message to the United States Marine Corps, and remember, you're my favorite. I have a message to you. It doesn't matter whether these Marines got sick during service or if they got sick completely unrelated. These are your fellow Marines. You are supposed to be family. You do not throw your family in the commode. Get them the treatment they need. It shouldn't matter whether or not it can prove a link. Get them taken care of. And United States Congress and Mr. President, make sure that all of these Marines, these heroes, make sure that they get access to this health care. Some of these men have died already. Some of them are dying. Let's save their lives or extend it. These are the United States Marines. These are the heroes of this country. Do not let them down. Do not. Because there's an American civilian, a citizen of this country, of the city of Pittsburgh, Albert Turcaso. I'm telling you, as an American citizen and as a taxpayer, I want you to take care of these men and their sons. Now, I don't know about you, Kathy. What do you think about what they're doing? I don't know. What do you think?
I think they should get the help. They need the help. They're entitled to it. They earned it. They fought for us, so why can't they have what they need?
How can they let them down is what I'd like to know.
I don't know. It makes me mad. It makes me very, very, very mad. It makes me angry, and I think it's disgusting they letting them suffer like they do.
And letting them die.
And letting them die.
And we all know that when you die from cancer, it's not pleasant.
No, it's not.
And breast cancer especially is not fun.
No.
All right, Annette.